Today I'm going to share something that I have a special connection to, my Danish connection. Denmark, Danish, and anything related really. Now this framed collection of flags that I've got is from 1992, and they were most of the countries that I visited on a trip that I made to Europe. You can see the biggest flag here is the Danish one, and there is a perfectly good reason for that. It all started back in high school. That was in the early 1980s, and I was learning French, and part of that was to find international pen friends. I got a really interesting reply. Oh wow, Denmark. So I thought for my next video in this challenge is I might go through my storage box where I keep all my Danish things. It's been a few years since I've done this, so this will be really interesting. And before I get stuck into my Danish storage boxes, I do hope you enjoy watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe because it is helping this channel to grow, and I really appreciate it. And let's start with this one. Now when I travelled to Europe back in the day, one of the things I did was to collect a whole lot of t-shirts. London, Paris, Calgary, Canada, Deutschland, and there we go, the biggest, boldest t-shirt of the lot. So this t-shirt here, it's rather large. That's pretty obvious, right? I like Denmark. And this, which I never wear anymore because I live in Queensland, is a beautiful woolen Danish jersey. Now the cool thing about this is that my friend also has one exactly the same. Because my friend and I got on really, really well, we also decided to do a bit of a crazy thing. We got t-shirts printed with our faces on them. Can you believe it? Don't laugh. And yes, we both have a t-shirt exactly the same as well. So that's the t-shirt collection. And over here is the other box, which is a lot heavier. So first of all, comes the top. This is actually a tablecloth. The Danes are very proud of their flag. The flag in their language is called Dannebro, and I hope I said that right. I did learn Danish for a couple of years. Now the reason this box is so heavy is because I have a lot of books in here, which of course back in those days, it was all paper books. Wow, my Danish lessons, how to pronounce the Danish sounds. The thing about Danish is they have a lot of silent consonants. It's actually quite a hard language to learn. Lection 2, lesson 2, new words. Schooner means to hurry. Skooler, which means to rinse or pour something. Soccer, socks. I formiddag, this morning. Good morning, which is good morning. Good day, hello. Jeg hedder Sheryl. I am Danish. Jeg er dansker. And now I'm going home to Denmark. Nu skal jeg hjem til Denmark. Another Danish flag. You can see I've got some cooking recipes here. I wonder if the Wilgwil Malflöther recipe is in here. Ah, that looks like it. There you go, red berry soup with cream. Wilgwil Malflöther. One cool thing you do when you're writing or communicating with people overseas is at Christmases and birthdays, of course, you send gifts. So one year, my friend sent me this sign. Skaber på din arbejdsplads, bliv hjemme. There you go. It translates to create peace at your workplace, stay home. That's a good example of Danish humour. Caroline's cooking, Caroline's kitchen. And here's a big box of, who remembers cassette tapes? Dansker, Dansker means Danish. Oh, here's another sign. Let's have a look at what that means, shall we? Chuck it into the Google search. That's quite funny. I like this one. The sign translates to, God created the woman beautiful and dumb. No, I don't like that actually. It further explains beautiful so the man can love her, and dumb so she can love him. That's Danish humour for you. Right, what else have we got in here? These cassette tapes. Get that box out. Hannah Boll. Now back in the day, I really liked listening to her music, Danish pop music. Walt Disney, Snevida, Snow White. And of course with the Danish learning, you've got cassette tapes to hear the audio. What else is there? Danish story, Vil julelampen sker. Oh wow, I actually forgot I had that. Den gamle brooch. Well, that means old brooch. Der varme blod. That means the warm blood. So it's all in Danish. It certainly helped to recognise the written word. My notes. Here's a list of more words, and you can tell I've written beside each one the English meaning. Jeg bestiller is to order, or I order. To visit somebody, if I visit you, jeg besøger. Drink something, well, that's pretty easy. Jeg drikker. To love somebody, jeg elsker. What else have we got in here? Hjemmet, it's probably pronounced with a T, which means the home. Magazines from back in the day. Wow. What's in this bag, I wonder? These are the original letters that we used to send, which back in the day was airmail. Not email, airmail. More cassette tapes. And of course I can't even play them anymore because I don't have a cassette player. And that's a good point. I should probably look at putting those onto a disc of some sort. Airmail. Gosh, I feel ancient. So the very first letter we got, number 1, I'd even labelled it. Hi, my name is, and I won't use your name, I'm 15 and a half years old. Oh wow, we were 15 and a half years old at the time. Jeez. So hello. The whole population of Denmark was 5 million back then. Gosh, I wonder how much it is now. Where's my phone? Population of Denmark today, 6.02 million people in Denmark now. So that's a million since 1990, the 1980s. There you go. And of course the paper was so thin. Number 2. When I got your second letter, this is my Danish friend who at 15 and a half years old spoke fluent English. And of course I've kept Christmas cards. Glædelig jul, Merry Christmas. And this one here, jeg har glemt din fødselsdag. Oh, it says I've forgotten your birthday. Wow. Oh my gosh. I've forgotten about that. It's a very small photo. I don't know if you can see the jersey my friend's niece is wearing. I knitted those jerseys for them. They've got kiwis on them. In fact, I think I've got a photo. Aha. Here they are. I knitted those jumpers. They're quite cool, really, aren't they? And at the time, Urvox, something to do with cleaning out your ears, Haribo, that probably says Moya Clatter. I don't think I need to explain to you what that means. Busemena, the packet says it all. Another Danish flag. It started off with emails, and as technology progressed over the years, remember the facsimile? Fax. So then we used to fax each other, but I would fax her back in full Danish, which would probably take me hours to write, but it was very good practice for learning a language. Ha ha ha. It must have been my 27th birthday. Whew. Do I feel old? I was in Denmark in 1992 and toured Scandinavia in a camper van. Let me show you some photos. Now Denmark, like some European countries, have quite a few castles. Helsingborg Castle. I remember this. Christianborg Slotskirke. It burnt down. Oh, there we go. Just after I'd been there. Massive fire. And here's what Denmark is often known for, especially Copenhagen. Den Lille Havfrue, the Little Mermaid. Beer, Carlsberg. Tivoli Gardens. And there's the photo on those t-shirts I showed you before. Odense. Here's the photo of the jerseys. Check out the tights we were wearing. And Denmark, of course, is known for its Lego, so a trip to Legoland was very much a part of the agenda. And yes, we all took turns driving. Now this page is interesting. Danish royalty. And of course Australia has their own connection now to Danish royalty. And what better way to finish an amazing holiday than to have a street neighbourhood party. So something I've had for a very long time is this map. Now I bought this map when I went to Denmark in 1992. Denmark, of course it's got a Scottish calendar on it right now, so let me just... Whoops. But I've been through and around a lot of Denmark now. Copenhagen, Frederikshavn, Roskilde, that was one of the churches in the photo album. There's a bridge across there now, I believe. I'm not sure what it's called. Odense, Kolding, Vejle, Aarhus, Randers, Viborg, Aalborg, Frederikshavn. I am hoping to get back to Denmark again, of course, one day soon. Through my friend, I learned about everything Denmark and Danish, and that shows how culture can travel through friendships. There's almost one thing I forgot to show you. For my trip to Denmark, back in the day, I bought a Danish Viking. It's sterling silver, so quite heavy, and a Danish Viking ship. I do hope you enjoyed watching this video and me sharing my Danish connection. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. It is helping this channel to grow. See you next time. Phew, I think I've got 2 more videos to go. Or is it 1?